Hi, I'm Bridget Welch, licensed massage therapist and yoga teacher. I'm the Tallahassee Senior Center's chair yoga teacher. Let's come seated in our chairs with a straight spine, head upright, and we'll just begin by taking a few deep breaths, centering ourselves, and warming up our lungs for exercise. Now we'll bring our hands together at the center of the chest, and we're going to inhale. Bring your hands up and then look up at them. Exhale, sweep your hands down in a wide arc. Hands together again, inhale, bring them up and look up as they go up so the front of the body stretches, and then you exhale, sweep your arms down. Inhale, bring your hands up, look up. Exhale, sweep your hands down and relax. Now we're going to do spinal flexes. When you do spinal flexes, you sit forward on your chair, so you've got some space between your spine and the back of the chair. You're going to hold on to your legs with your hands so that you have leverage. Your arms will help you move. And we're going to inhale and push the spine forward so our chest and belly come forward, and then exhale, push your spine back so you're shaped like the letter C. So it's inhale, press forward, exhale, press back. You keep your head upright the whole time, inhaling as you move forward, exhaling as you press back. Your hips are attached to the bottom of your spine, so they do rock with the movement of the spine. Then inhale and straighten your spine. And exhale. And relax your breathing. Maybe shake your shoulders out or anything that feels a little stiff from that exercise. Next, we're going to do spinal twists. These are also done on the front of your seat. Again, so you have space for movement. And we're going to bring our arms up so they're at 90-degree angles. You inhale as you twist to your left, and you exhale as you twist to your right. Start out slowly, especially if this is your first exercise of the day. And then you may speed up a little if your back feels ready for it. Inhaling to the left, exhaling to the right. Inhale now and come to the center. Exhale, relax your hands down at your side, shake your shoulders out if you need to. And the next exercise we do is called shoulder shrugs. So when you do shoulder shrugs, you're going to start with your hands on your lap and a straight spine, and we'll inhale and lift our shoulders straight up towards our ears, and then exhale, just drop them down, just let them go. So it's inhale, lifting the shoulders up, exhale, releasing. Now inhale, bring the shoulders up, hold it a moment, and then exhale. Let the shoulders go, and I like to follow those with neck rolls. To do those, we tip our head forward, and then we begin to slowly roll the neck. As your head comes out to the side, you stop when you get near your shoulder, and then you just bring your head across, kind of in an arc, to the other shoulder, and then down the front. So our neck rolls are not circles, they're more of a semicircle. Breathe deeply as you move and take your time. So the way that you stretch the front of your neck is by craning your chin upwards somewhat as you go across, rather than dropping the head back. Next time your head comes around to the front, you stop, then switch directions. Still doing a semicircle for your neck roll, staying mainly on the front half of the body. Breathing deeply and taking your time. And the next time that your head comes around towards the front, we're going to inhale and bring our heads up straight. Exhale, relax, shake your shoulders out if you need to. Next, we're going to do another spinal exercise where we'll sit forward on our chairs. We're going to hold our legs again. This one loosens our lower back. So what you do is you want to have your feet slightly apart, like maybe a foot apart. Hold onto your legs and then you lean your spine out. So you're circling your upper body to stretch out your lower back. And so you want to make your circle the size that feels like a comfortable stretch for you. So if you're feeling really stiff, like if I do this one in the morning, I might have smaller circles than later in the day when my body is more loosened up, for instance. When you come around to the front, stop and switch directions for a few circles. So it's stretching lower back muscles, and perhaps you'll feel it in some of the hip muscles when you're leaning forward too. And then as you come around to the front again, you'll stop, you'll inhale, you come upright. Again, shake things out if they feel like they need it. And then we're going to move on to a leg exercise. For the leg exercise, we'll scoot back on the seat of our chair, all the way back so we can use the chair seat to support part of our legs. We're going to extend our legs straight out and move our ankles back and forth, straight out, away from you and back towards you. Now, if holding your legs up is difficult for you, you can also do this with your feet on the ground and just move your ankles back and forth, see? But if you're able to keep your legs upright, you get a little more benefit in that you're strengthening your legs, your upper legs. So shins and calves are getting stretched and getting better blood circulation, a little strengthening. Good, and then we'll stop and we'll keep our legs out, and we're going to move our legs now so our toes point inward and then outward. So our legs are moving in and out, kind of like windshield wipers on a big truck or a bus. Kind of go towards each other and away. So the movement is coming from your hip. So hip muscles are getting stretched, strengthened, and improvement in blood circulation. Your breathing is natural. It's not synchronized with the movement necessarily on this one. And then you relax your legs down, shake them out a little if you need to. And we'll follow with arm exercises that are similar to what we just did with our legs. So we'll extend our arms straight forward and we'll bend our wrists so that our fingertips point up and down alternately. So now your muscles of your forearms are being stretched and strengthened. And your hands and forearms are getting better blood supply. And then we're going to move our arms from the shoulder, moving them in and out in a little bit of an arc. Again, doing that windshield wiper motion like we were doing with our feet and legs. And then we'll relax. Shake your shoulders out a little if you need to. And just pause, take a deep breath or two. And now we're going to do one where you just turn your head from side to side. So for this one, we inhale when we're turning left and we exhale when we're turning right. And the movement is slow, so it gives you time to take a full inhale in one direction and a full exhale in the other direction. You're moving slowly enough that you're being gentle with your neck. Let's inhale now. Come to the center and we'll exhale and relax. We're going to do an arm exercise next. So extend your right arm straight forward and then bring it across your chest. Use your other hand to pull the right arm in closer to your body, and we'll take long deep breaths. Now extend the arm forward again. Same arm, we'll bend at the elbow and lift our elbow up. Now you take your other hand and you push or pull your arm a little higher if it'll go any higher. If it doesn't go higher, that's fine. You just hold it at where you're still relatively comfortable, but you can feel a stretch. Take some long deep breaths. And then give yourself a little pat on the back if your hand's near your upper back. Pat on the back for doing your yoga, and you bring your arms down, shake them out. We're going to switch and do both of these same stretches on the other side. So now you're going to stretch your left arm forward, bring your left arm across your body, use your other hand to pull that left arm into a hug. Long deep breathing. This is a stretch for our shoulder. We may feel it near the shoulder blade or in the upper arm too. Long deep breathing. And then bring the same arm forward and bend it at the elbow. We lift this elbow now and then use our hand to push this arm up. Long deep breathing as you're stretching the back of the upper arm. Good, and if this hand's on the upper back, give yourself a little pat on the back for stretching. Bring your arms down. We'll shake our shoulders. And then we will move to a leg exercise again. So now scoot back on your seat again if you were forward to do the next leg exercise. With this one, we'll extend one leg at a time. So you're going to start with your right leg. So you bring your right leg out, and we're going to circle our ankle about 3 times in one direction, and then stop and then move it in the other direction. Then you stop and switch directions again. And then you stop and you switch directions again. And then we'll relax. We'll shake our leg out and we'll switch. So now you're extending your left leg. We're going to circle about 3 times. Stop. Go the other way. stop. So you're just circling the foot from the ankle joint. Good, and stop, and then we'll go the other way. And relax. So you can shake your legs out if you need to. And next we're going to do another arm exercise. And this one, you bring your arms up so they're at 90-degree angles again. And you're going to turn the palms of your hands out. So the palms of the hands are facing away from you. The arms are at right angles. And you're going to open your chest as much as you can. Bring your elbows back. And move your hands up and down. This should be activating muscles in between our shoulder blades to strengthen our upper back. It's great for your posture. And then relax your arms. Move your shoulders around if you need to. Next, we're going to do another arm exercise. We'll put our hands on our shoulders. Your fingertips are in the front. And you should be on the front of your chair for this one. We're going to move our arms like a swimmer. So the shoulders are rotating like a swimmer, swimming laps. One arm comes up and over, and then the other one. Now we're going to stop and go backwards. So now each arm and shoulder rotates up and back. Like we're swimming on our backs now, looking at the sky. And then we'll relax. So you want to shake your arms out again, perhaps. Shake your shoulders. And then let's do another leg exercise. The next leg exercise is done sitting on the front part of your seat. And we're going to hold on to our chair for leverage. You're going to move one leg at a time, so we'll start with your right leg. So you hold on to your chair, move your right leg out to the side and back in. Move your leg out and back in. Leg out to the side, back in. Move your leg out and in, out and in. And then we'll stop. You can shake your leg out if you need to. And then we're going to move your left leg out and in. So here we go. Leg out to the side and back in, out to the side and back to center. Out to the side and back in, out to the side, back in. One more. Out to the side and back. And relax. And shake your legs out if you need to. And we'll move back up to I was checking my surroundings. We're going to do an exercise where we swing our arms. So you want to also do like I did and make sure that if you swing your arms, you're not going to whack something. I'm a little concerned about this, but we'll see how it goes. So you start with your hands down at your sides and you curl your fingers in a little bit, like a loose fist. And there are 4 movements all together. There's a pattern to it. And I'm going to be saying how to move the whole time. So you don't have to memorize it, but you'll get the feel for the rhythm of the pattern. So what we do is we inhale and swing up. Exhale, swing down. Inhale, swing across. Exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale across, exhale 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 down. And relax. And then you can shake your shoulders again if you like. And we do have a few standing exercises in chair yoga that are adaptable. Some of them are more adaptable than others. So the first one, we're about to stand up and stand behind our chairs. We do that, we stand behind our chairs for balance, so that in case we need to keep our balance, we've got something to hold on to. Now, if you are unable to stand, that's okay. This first one is definitely adaptable and can be done exactly the same, basically the same from in a chair or standing. So if you're gonna stand, let's stand up now, get behind our chairs. So this first exercise is called the side bend. And so you're gonna be standing with your feet about a foot apart. And you're gonna inhale and lift your hands up, straight up. Exhale, lean over to the side. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, lean to the side. Inhale, up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, straight up. Exhale. Inhale, straight up. Exhale. We're going to inhale up now and then exhale. Bring our hands down and relax. The next exercise is called tree pose. This one is a balancing posture. And if you're in a chair, you can choose to adapt a version of what we're doing with our feet if you like, or you can just do the hand part. So to begin, those of us that are standing are going to stand behind our chairs with our feet relatively close together. So if you feel like you need to have them a few inches apart, that's fine. So feet are relatively close together, and we're just going to stand and become aware of how our weight is distributed on our feet. Feel the pull of gravity on your body. If you're sitting in your chair, feel your weight on the seat. Feel the pull of gravity on you. And we're going to imagine, because this is tree pose, we're going to imagine that we have roots like a tree going down from our legs and feet into the earth, nourishing us, grounding us, connecting us. And then if you're standing, still holding your chair, the next step is you're going to shift your weight onto your left foot. We take the bottom of our right foot now and place it against our ankle and turn the knee out to the side, if your hip will allow that. And then you're going to find something to look at. This is important. You're going to find something that's not going to move, that you fix your gaze on, because that will help you to keep your balance. So find that one thing you're going to stare at, fix your eyes on it, and breathe long, deep breaths, because they also will help you keep your balance. And then, if and when you're ready, you bring your hands up and you make the top of your tree by bringing your hands together over your head, like a little pointy top to a pine tree, for instance. I see my hands are being cut off a little from the image. That looks like that. Okay. Breathing deeply, keeping your eyes on that one point. And then slowly bring your hands and your feet down. Grab your chair if you need to. Shake your legs out a little. And do be patient with yourself if your balance isn't that good. Sometimes, I've been doing yoga for years, and sometimes you just have better balance than others on some days than others, or even on one leg and not the other, for instance. And it can change. So it's just interesting to observe. So we'll stand now on both feet again. Tuning in again to our imaginary roots. And we're going to shift our weight now onto the right foot. And pick up the bottom of the left foot, put it against your ankle with your knee pointing out to the side. Now, if you're a more flexible person, I just wanted to mention some people will have their leg higher up in tree pose. Just please don't press it against your knee. because your knee is only meant to bend forward and backward, and it doesn't want the sideways pressure. So that's why I usually have my seniors put our foot against our ankle for safety. And it's you can have your toe on the ground, which helps with balance. So your knee goes out to the side, and you're going to breathe long and deep. And again, find that one point that you're looking at with your eyes. Fix your eyes on that point. Long, deep breathing. And when you're ready, you bring your hands up and make the top of your tree. Keep breathing deeply. Keep your eyes on that one point. Sometimes it's good to create a little tension in your belly, not too much, because you still want to be able to breathe a deep breath. But sometimes that makes you a little more solid in the posture. And then deep breath. And we'll come down, shake out your legs if you need to. And we're going to come back to our chairs for the next few seated exercises. So the next exercise is a breathing exercise. I recommend sitting a little forward on your chair because it does help us, especially if there's any kind of like lower section to your seat like mine has. You can sit straight better on the front of the seat usually. So we're sitting up straight spine, and we're doing a breathing exercise where we're going to have our hands on our stomach, and we're going to be pushing on our stomach to exhale. And so we're squeezing, we're assisting our exhale. And then I'm still just describing, you don't have to start now. And then you inhale, you're going to relax your hands, take in a really, really big deep breath. Such a deep breath that your belly will expand, your rib cage will stretch to make more room, and then your chest will rise up. And we'll repeat. So just take a deep breath, just breathe a little here for a second before we start, and put your hands on your stomach. Okay, now to begin, we're going to press inward and exhale. Relax our hands. Breathe in super deeply. Again, press your abdomen and breathe out. Relax the hands. Big, big inhale. Good. Press on your belly. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Relax the hands. Big inhale. And then we're going to exhale. It's going to change here. So you exhale and hold your breath out. Move your belly in and out while you're empty, just kind of pumping your belly in and out. And then inhale. Exhale again. Hold the breath out again. Move your belly in and out a couple times. And then breathe in. Press your belly again, exhaling. Pump your belly a few more times. And then inhale. And then we'll exhale and we'll just relax and return to natural breathing, perhaps breathing a little more deeply now. And that pumping motion we did was for our digestive system. It was giving us a little internal massage. Now we're going to put our hands on our stomach again, and we're going to be rubbing our belly in a circle. So you want to go clockwise, so you're going with the flow of the colon. So you're going to go up your right side, across, and down the left. Up your right side, across, and down the left. So clockwise, if you had a clock printed on the outside of your shirt. You know, it's going clockwise is good because you're going the same direction as your large intestine, but rubbing your belly in general is going to be good for digestion. And if you end up going counterclockwise, you're not going to harm your digestion in any way. And then we're going to relax. Okay, Now we have two things that we do sitting on the front of our chair. Perhaps you're still sitting on the front of your chair. One of them is called the bridge. And so in regular yoga, you would be doing it on the floor and your feet and your hands would be on the floor. But in the chair, it's going to resemble a ramp more than a bridge because part of our body is going to be up on the chair and then our feet are on the ground. So to prepare for this one, you're going to sit with your feet apart. They're going to be about a foot, 10, 12 inches apart. Basically, where they should really be is you should have your legs, your thighs coming straight forward from your hip sockets and your lower legs coming straight down at a right angle to the other part of your leg, straight up and down like a column. So you've got the nice, sturdy, straight right angles. And then you're going to be lifting your body up with your arms. Now, I have two extra adaptations for you in case you cannot do the first one. So I'll show you right now as a demo if you want to get it. We're going to do it 4 times when we actually do the exercise. If you'd like to also lift yourself up during the demo for a 5th chance to strengthen your lower back and glutes and the things we're strengthening, go for it. And it's also, if this is your first time and you're learning and you want to check if you can do it, this is the time to check and see if you can lift up like I'm doing. So we're going to put our hands on somewhere on the top edge, on the edge of your seat, but on the top so that you can support your weight on maybe your palm, or sometimes I'll go on my knuckles, but it happens to work right with my arm length, etc. A lot of people use their palms. So you're going to inhale and lift your hips up so high that you're creating a straight line, if you can, from your knees to your shoulders. So here's what it looks like. You inhale and you lift your hips up, and then you exhale and come back down. So that was a demo of version 1. Now version 2 is something I've learned from my senior students over the many years, and that is you just lift however high you can. So a lot of people might even just lift their body straight up versus bringing their hips up. So you would lift up, an inch or 2, or sometimes it's imperceptible to maybe someone who's looking at you, but you've engaged your muscles, even if you're barely lifting. And you may work up to being able to lift more over time, perhaps. Okay, the third option is for people who really can't lift their weight, or maybe their doctor advised them against it or something like that. You would just take a deep breath with the whole group of people watching on YouTube right now, and then exhale, come back down. So whenever I inhale and lift up, you would inhale, and then when I exhale down, you would exhale. Okay? So here we go. Take a deep breath, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, lift up, exhale down. Inhale, lift up, exhale down. And one more time, inhale up, exhale down, and relax. Okay, and then we're going to do another exercise that we do sitting forward on our chair. And this one is called our crunches. They're like sit-ups, but they can be done in a chair. So what you do is you interlace your fingers behind your head or neck. Now, if you have a tight shoulder and you can't get your arms up, you don't need to. When I have people lead with their elbow towards their knee, people who can't have their arms up will lead with their shoulder going towards their knee. So we're going to inhale and then exhale into the twist. Inhale as you come up, exhale, twist. Inhale, straight up, exhale, twist down. Inhale, come up, exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale, down. Inhale, come up, exhale, down. Inhale, straight up, exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale down, and then we'll inhale, come all the way up, and exhale and relax. Very good. Now the next thing we do, we're going to do a series of exercises for our pelvic floor muscles. So these are exercises that help you to maintain your continence or avoid incontinence, depending how you look at it. And so for these exercises, we're going to be tightening the muscles in our pelvic floor. And so the muscles specifically we're using are the same ones that you would use if you were driving in the car and you're like 2 miles from the exit and you realize you got to go to the bathroom, so you got to hold it. These are the same muscles. So we'll do the ones that hold in the urine and the feces. So the first exercise, when I say flex, we're going to tighten those muscles, and I'm going to count to 5 out loud. And then I'll say release, and we'll relax the muscles, and we'll repeat. So here we go. Flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. Flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. Flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. Flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release, and relax. The next ones are basically the same thing, only we count to 10. And if you notice that you're a person who holds their breath when they're flexing, you shouldn't be holding your breath. So I invite you to count along with me, because when you speak, you're breathing. So this one, you're going to flex, you're going to count to 10 and then release. So here we go. Flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, release. Flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, release. Flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, release, and relax. And then for the next exercise, it's the same flexing, but without the counting. So we'll just flex and release a number of times in a row. So here we go. Flex, release, 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 and relax. And so I encourage you to do them regularly. I know the Senior Center has been making this video available on Fridays, like we used to get together at the Senior Center on Fridays, but I encourage you to do those pelvic floor exercises every day or every other day to keep the muscles strong. And we're going to stand again behind our chairs. So come standing behind your chair if you're able to stand and comfortable standing. If you're going to stay in your seat, some of these can be adapted to be done in your chair. The first one, we're going to just reach upward. So that can definitely be done from in your chair as well. So we're going to stand with our feet close to a foot apart if you're standing. And then we're going to bring our hands up and we're just going to reach up. And you can come up on your balls of your feet if you feel comfortable doing that. Just reach up and extend your spine. And then relax down. Good. Now the next exercise, you stand with your feet apart. So you would have them more than a foot apart if that's comfortable for your hips and your balance and stuff. If not, stick with 1 foot apart, but if you can go for a little wider stance, you do. This is archer pose, typically done with a wider stance. So we're going to turn 1 foot out to the side. Let's say your left foot straight out to the side. And then your right foot angles in at 45 degrees. That means it's coming forward, but not all the way out sideways forward. Then you bend the knee on the front leg a little bit, just a little bit. Your knee should be over your ankle, but not really further out. It might stress out your knee, so just a slight bend. And then your arm, that's your left arm, you bring that one out like you're holding a bow and arrow, and you take your other arm and you draw it back and look out with an open chest and your spine nice and straight. Look out over that arm. Breathe deeply. Imagine you're looking at a target and feel like you're an archer that's really good at archery and knows that you're going to hit the target. So you got that air of confidence as you're breathing deeply. And then shoot your arrow. Good. We'll shake it out a little bit. And then we're going to turn the whole position. So you start with your feet wide apart again. Now you're turning your right foot straight out. And your left foot is angled forward some at a 45-degree angle. You bend the front knee a little. Hold your arm out like you got your bow and arrow. You're going to draw your arm back. Look out over your hand like you're looking out at your target. Confidently, breathing deeply. Spine is upright, nice and tall and proud. And then shoot your arrow. Excellent. And then we're going to shake our arms and our legs and our body. This is called Jello dance. So you're just going to loosen up your body by shaking. And you can do this in your chair. Those of you that are not standing, just shake everything that you can, whether you're sitting or standing. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And then standing people, come back to your seat. And we're going to sit a little bit forward also. We're going to use our hands now to pat gently up and down our legs. This is for our circulation. And you be gentle with your body. You're not patting that hard. And then you move up and get your upper body, including your arms and your torso. And then you move up and also pat your head and your face gently. There, okay. And we're going to do something called the thymus tap next. So for thymus tap, you use your fingertips on your chest. So it's right in the middle where your breastbone is. You have your hands, fingertips there, and you're going to be tapping over your breastbone. But I like doing it with 2 Tarzan yells for the fun of it, okay? So remember, even if you're hollering a big loud yell like Tarzan, you keep the pressure of the tapping fairly gentle. All right, here we go. Oh, 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 oh. All right, so that stimulates your T cells. They're part of your immune system, germ fighters. And then we're going to stimulate some other germ fighters, our white blood cells now with belly laughter. So for the belly laughter, it doesn't even have to be a real laugh. It could be real or fake. Sometimes you start out with a fake laugh and it starts to turn into a real laugh. We're aiming for approximately 30 seconds of big, big belly laughter because that is known to encourage our body to make more white blood cells. So here we go. Take a deep breath. Good. Relax your breathing. You can feel, hopefully, that that's invigorating too. It gets your blood, your heart pumping, your blood moving, brings a joyful feeling. Even if you're faking the laugh, it'll stimulate your body to release endorphins. And now we're going to do something called alternate nostril breathing, where we are going to use our hand to control which nostril we're breathing through. So just take a couple deep breaths first to catch your breath from all the laughing. And we're going to begin by taking a deep breath in without touching our face. And then you block your right nostril, breathe out of your left, and then breathe in your left. Switch nostrils and breathe out of your right, and then breathe in the right. Switch nostrils, breathe out of your left, and breathe in the left. Switch nostrils, breathe out of your right, breathe in the right. Switch nostrils, breathe out the left, breathe in the left. Switch nostrils, breathe out of the right, breathe in the right, and then relax. And just return to a natural breath. And next we do something called warm eye bath. So we're going to take our hands and we're going to rub them together. We're going to rub them together, create friction, and heat up your palms of your hands. We're going to use this heat in a moment on our eyes. Also in yoga, we have energy centers up and down our spine called chakras, or they're pronounced chakra in India, but in America we say it's chakra. And you have them in the palms of your hands too. And the human touch has a healing feel to it, a healing ability to it. And so when you open up those chakras in your hands, like we're doing right now, we're opening up the healing flow of energy that we have. And then we clap one time. Put your hands over your eyes so they're cupped over your open eyes. And your eyes are looking into the warm, dark palms, because with any luck, you've got your hands cupped pretty well over your eyes so that you're not letting any light in. So the eyes are open, relaxing in the darkness, receiving the warmth and the healing. Thank you, beautiful eyes, for all that you do for us. And then we'll relax, bring our hands down. We're going to rub our hands together again, and you can either put your hands over your eyes again, or if you have another area of your body that feels sore, like a muscle or a joint, or maybe if your doctor said a certain organ is, needing some healing, you could put your hands on that area. Or even if you have no aches or pains, but maybe your heart is sad about something, you could put your hands on your heart and heal metaphysically, your heart. Anyways, let's rub our hands together, heat them up, think about where you want to concentrate this healing in a moment. Clap. Place your hands over an area that could use a little TLC today. And just intending love and healing for that part of your body. A little extra gratitude. Even if something's acting up, we still love our bodies and our bodies love us. Wonderful. We'll take a deep breath. We'll relax. Good. Now, our very last thing we do is we just meditate on our breathing. So the way to do that is to sit straight in your chair. We'll place our hands on our lap in some kind of just a neutral position. And the spine is upright. The head is also upright. And if you're comfortable having your eyes closed, you can do that, or at least gaze downward so you're getting less visual input, just gazing at the floor if you like having them open. And we're going to breathe deeply, and we're just meditating on the breath itself, which means we're focusing on the breathing. You find something about your breathing that's easy to pay attention to, like the way that the breath feels coming in and out of your nose, or the rise and fall of your rib cage. Maybe if you have good hearing, maybe you can hear yourself breathe. So whatever part, or it could be multiple parts of your breathing, you just focus on that, notice that as you breathe. And that's all we do. And if our minds wander, we'll just come right back, as soon as we realize it, right back to our breath. Here we go. Just breathing deeply and observing our breathing. Okay, now inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale deeply again. Exhale. And one more time, big inhale. Exhale. And relax. And then we end our yoga session usually by saying Sat Nam. Sat Nam is a mantra from Kundalini Yoga, and Sat means truth, and Nam is name or identity. So the mantra is typically used to meditate on your true self. If you would meditate silently, inhaling Sat and exhaling Nam, for instance. But we use it as a greeting also. So when you say Sat Nam to somebody else, you're saying, my true self acknowledges your true self. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for joining me for seated yoga. I look forward to when we can do it in person again. Thank you. Bye-bye.